Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday, it's the 7th of July, we've got some new mods and we have one update today. The New Holland 40 Series Zebra by AMG Gaming has had an update. In front of me I've got the medium modern house, this by gamerhzsFSH, 14.87 megabytes download, 25 slots on console. You'll find it under build mode and farmhouses, and it's 85,000 to buy. This is a nice one, actually, nicely decorated, nicely detailed, and you can actually go inside it. A lot of them you can't. Little sandpit outside for the kiddies to play. As you can see, the bedroom just in there. But yes, it's very well made, very nice mod. Come in here, just to the side, we have got a light switch. Turn the lights. It's very well equipped. I just think the detail on it's fantastic. If we come through to here, we've got a little utility room. And then around here we've got the bathroom, shower room. And then we've got the bedroom here, with our sleep trigger by the bed, and a wardrobe trigger actually by a wardrobe. That's pretty cool. Very nice indeed. Turn off the light before we leave. The medium modern house by gamerhzsFSH. Next, we've got the large placeable chicken pen. It's by MacTrucker921. You'll find this under build mode and animals and chickens. It's just say 8.65 megawatts download, 12 slots. It will set you back 20,000. Your feed triggers here. Your egg boxes will spawn here. Your dialogue box is here. You can go into the pen if you wish. Yeah, this holds 500, so it's pretty cool. Not a bad size, not a bad price. When you think about it, 20 grand for 500. That's pretty cool. Under build mode, under animals, chickens. The large placeable chicken pen by MacTrucker921. Next, we have got the Lizard 60 line. This is by Vanquish081. It is 3.04 megabytes download and 3 slots on console. There's a typo on the website. It does say price 69,500, capacity 24,000 litres. It's not. The capacity is 60,000 litres. So if you were looking at it on the mod hub and suddenly thought, I like the look of it, but it's not very big. It's actually 60,000 litres. I did fill it just to make sure that whichever one was the typo, that I got the correct one. Nicely detailed. We do have a liftable axle, or say liftable, 2 liftable axles. The centre axle is the one that's down, and then the other 2 can be lowered with it. Normally you get a single axle, but yeah. You'll find it under tools and trailers. It is indeed 69,500. It takes pretty much everything. We have the option on the rear of Lizard, Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, BKT, Nokians, back to Lizards. Lizards are standard. Continental, we've got a standard and a wide. Under Trelleborg, we've got a standard and a wide, a narrow, back to standard. Michelin, standard, wide, back again. Vredestein, nothing. Well, nothing. There's a Vredestein tyre, but no other options. BKT, just that. Nokian, just that. And then back to Lizards again. We can have mudguard, yes or no. It starts with yes. Chassis colour, anything on that palette. Main colour, anything on that palette. Mudguard colour, anything on that palette. And then rim colour, anything on that palette. No, that wasn't the rim colour. That was mudguard. Rim colour, anything on that palette. There we go. So, let's hop in, start her up. Now, because this is loaded up, all 3 axles look like they're on the floor. But L1 and X, where it says unfold 60 line, you'll see both those axles come down. The whole thing lifts up, so it gets more support. It's a little bit of tilt when you turn, which isn't a bad thing. The rear trailer hitch does work. I did try it on the trailer. It does work. Let's unload some of these potatoes, and then we'll see. Hopefully, if I can get them all unloaded. There we go. So if I fold it again now, you see the front and rear axles lifting off the ground, so it's just the centre one that's actually touching. I like that. Nice smooth animation. Nice smooth animation on the unload. Lights on the rear. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's the Lizard 60 line by Vanquish 081. Next we have got, oh yeah, the first of our animals today. We've got the Deere. We've got two Deere balers. This is the John Deere balers by ARM Team, 7.07 megabytes download. We've got the 690, and then we've got the US version, the 100. They are different in that they look different. They do exactly the same thing. They do exactly the same bale sizes. They're both square balers. One is just the US spec one. If you look at this one, from the front, we've got a pickup. On the rear, we've got this rear roller section, and it doesn't have a triangle or anything like that on there. If we come around to the US version, we've got the triangle. We've got more of a flat square stock cage rather than rollers. Now, tyre options, wheel options, we'll have a look at in just a second. And this one comes with the green section on the front rather than the yellow. But like I said, they do both do the same thing. 180, 220 and 240 centimetre bales they will do. Again, I always say this, it will vary depending on whether you're doing hay, straw, grass, or well, just those three. The actual capacities. I've done some grass bales just to show you one of each and the size of them. But yeah, you'll find them under balers. Both the same price, 12 grand. Slot count will come down to from 3 to 1. Options, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. Under Trelleborg, we've got standard, coloured front, coloured back, wide grey, back to twins. And then on the others, I think it's all wide and wide grey. I think. Pretty sure. Yep, and that's the same for each of them. Then there's a license plate option as well, and that's exactly the same for the 100, the US version. Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein. Yep. Although, as you can see as well, those I think I went for that. But if you look at the standard, they've got a much more rounded off tyre choice compared to that version. So the tyres are different as well if you go for the US spec. So what we'll do, doesn't matter which one we use really, let's go for the US version. We'll unfold the back. It does have beacons. I've got it set on 180 centimetres just so you can see it doing its thing, doing the animations. We turn it on. Everything moving as it should, PTO. Let's drop it down. Let's go. If you've used balers, it's nothing new. It does what a baler should. Being a square baler, it doesn't have an auto unload because it auto unloads anyway. Nice operation. Nice and smooth. Cheap as chips, 12 grand. Can't really go wrong if you want a square baler. Doesn't have a rear hitch or anything like that on it for attaching auto load balers or anything like that, trailers or anything like that, but I don't think you always need to, do you really? Very nice. So the 180 centimetre bale is a 5,000 litre on grass. The 220 is 6,000 litres, and then the 240 yeah, is 6,500 on grass. So there we go. That's the John Deere balers by ARM Team. Now we move on to two sets of mods, both by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. We've got the Komatsu 931 Harvester Pack. We've got the 931 and we've got the 931XC. The 931 is a triple axle. The 931XC, which I think we've got standard in game, is the 4-axle, quad axle. Options on them are, I think, pretty much the same, identical. I went through, trying to think now, because there were those as well. I'm pretty sure they're all the same. It does have a really cool thing on this. We've got a cabin tilt option. So when you're in transport, when it's on a low loader, if a low loader goes up a hill, around a bend, or tilts, or whatever, the cab on this doesn't. But then when you want to go into operation mode, you have to put the cab tilt on. I'll show you it working because it looks very cool. These are nicely detailed. I've gone for the FS22, but I do like the FS22 when they've got the silver, more like a proper chain. But you can do a coloured option on these as well. And as you can see, we've got a lot of options on colour choice too. These you'll find under vehicles and forestry machines. So the Komatsu 931XC standard is 16 slots, 435 grand to buy. The 931 is there. That's 23 slots, 415 grand. Then the 931XC, same price, but it's 21 slots. There's a little bit more on the slot count, but there's a few more options on it. And like I say, the options are the same on both. It's just the difference in the amount of axles, really. So we'll have a look at, what does it really matter, the 931XC, I guess. We've got the option of knock-in with a standard or a wide. We've got Trelleborg with a 428SB, 422SB, or the T2000 Special. And then FS22, we've got all the various different Magnums, Ecos, Baltics, whether you go for all-wheel, track at the front, wheels at the back, tracks all round. That's your choice. Let me go back to that one. We've got window tinting, no. Gold, black or off. Hood protection on the rear, yes or no. Then we've got main colour, anything on that palette. Processor colour is for the head. Bands and chains, if you've gone for bands and chains, you can change the colour on those. Actually, we'll go up, let's change that just so we can see the option. Let's go for, there we go. Bands and chains, if I change that colour. Like I said, I prefer it on the sort of stainless steel so it looks more like chains, but you can pick any colour you want for your bands and chains. Seat colour we can change as well on the inside. And then rim colour, it's on a silver, but again, anything on that palette you want to go for is entirely up to you. So, we'll hop in, we'll start it up. Now, operation is pretty much the same as usual on any of these things. Up, down, left and right. And we've got up and down on the boom there, and the extension on the boom as well. Then L1, R1, we can rotate the boom head. We can open it manually if we want to and close it manually. But when you turn it on, oh, there we go. It will open itself. And then under L1, R1 and left stick, we've got the tilt on the head. So if you want to pick logs up off the ground, you can. If you want to process them, if you've dropped a log or for whatever reason, there might just be some on the map that you want. Lights, horn, like I say, it's the same on both of them. But what we will do is, at the moment, cabin tilt is off. So we go up over here, we'll see that it stays in line with the vehicle. I've gone over a log, of course I have. I've left that there. So then if we put cabin tilt on, activate, it will then tilt with the incline of the hill or whatever it is you're going over. It's just an option you've got for transportation. I like it as an option, but you won't be able to start the harvester or use the harvester until cabin tilt has been activated. So if I now turn on the tree harvester, look at order operation, tree harvester is on, and then we can change the cut length in half-metre increments from 1 metre up to 25 metres. Top left, set it going. If we go in cab, we've got the monitor down there, which will also show it as well. So half-metre increments all the way up to 25 metres, then back to 1 again. There we go. And then we got camera options, in cab like this, on the head like that, and then back again. So we go. Again, I feel like I've filmed a few of these. I'm trying to think. Is it Woodcraft Modding have done some as well? I know HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau is mainly forestry stuff they do, I think pretty much exclusively. But I kind of get that feeling I've done these before. But anyway, that being said, the Komatsu 931 Harvester Pack. Next, we've got the Ponsse Forwarder Pack. Now, we've had forwarders before. We have. Also by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau, 38.39 megabytes download. We've got the Bison. We've also got the Elephant King making a return. So that's why I said Deere and Elephant and Deere. It's just, you know, go with it. So the Bison is 25 slots, the Elephant King is 26 slots. The same with these, the options are the same on both. The difference is being that the Elephant King has a larger bed capacity and it has the ability to widen as well. Whereas this one, we can extend the length on this, but the actual width stays as it is. So these you should also find under forestry machines. The Bison, is there, 225 grand. 19 slots. If we go along to the modded ones then, the Bison, same price, slot count's a little bit higher. Like I said, options are the same on both. And then we've got the Elephant King active frame. Slot counts both come down to 2. We have got the option on these 4. Knock-ins, Forest King F2s, Trelleborg, 428 SBs, 422 SBs, and the TM2000 specials. Sound familiar? Then the OLIS4s, we go through all the various different options for the OLIS4s, tracks and wheeled chains, etc. I'm going to go for that. Then you've got window tinting. There's no gold on this one. We've got black, yellow, or no. Hood protection, again, we've had these a few now. We've got hood protection 1, 2. Then we've got lower protection, yes. Exhaust protection, yes or no. Window protection, yes or no on the back. Then we've got timber blades, yes or no. Then we've got engine on this one, and the same as the other one, 285 or 425 horsepower. That's the same on both. Then main colour, again, options, anything on this palette here. Claw colour, anything on that palette. OLIS4's colour, again, silver or whatever colour you want to go for. Rim colour. And then license plate. Like I said, that's the same on both. So, with this one I think I went for the blade. So if I go control group extras, I've got a door that opens and closes. Just trying to double check. No. You can change driving direction on both of these. Crane works the same as it usually does. So we've got they're up, down, left, right, and it's the same on both. Up, down, left, right, extension, that way and that way. And we have got crane, swivel, and open and close. There's no tension belt on the grab, but there are tension belts on the bed, as you might expect. We go back to control group extras and do that. We can extend the bunk out the back, like so. And then we do have, what's the other one? That one. We can move the bunk that way too. So if you want a shorter bunk that way, I'm not sure why you would. I suppose if you close both of them off, you can then just have a much shorter bunk if you're doing shorter logs, I guess. But you do have those options. Cameras, there. We always get that one. There. Back again. But. Oh, didn't do the blade, did I? Which one does the blade? There we go. L1, R1 on control group crane. L1, R1 and left stick side to side. We can do the blade for moving logs or just to get yourself in a more stable position if you want. So, the Elephant King then. All the other options are exactly the same. For crane, if you've got the blade on there, all that kind of thing as well. Let's move that up and out of the way. So with this one, under L1, unfold wide body. That's a much bigger capacity. We do also, under L1, R1, that's for that, that's for that. Control group extras, we can bring that forward and backward as well. So it starts off like that, but we can extend it. So wider and extended. And then we can move that bunk as well a little bit if you wanted to. But I just think that's got a huge capacity. I remember using these on Merkra, on FS, it was FS19, wasn't it? Yeah, the Elephant King. Compared to the standard size, we'll just put up alongside so you can see. So if you're using forwarders and you just think the capacity's not, you're not happy with how much you can carry. That is quite a difference. I don't think we can raise the bars. Pretty sure we can't. I will double check. Now that's the door. Suddenly thought whether you can raise them or not. Right, that does that. Switch to control group crane. No, pretty sure it's just that, which is fine. And then we can change driving position in this one as well. Same options again for all that. So there we go. That's it for the mods for today, July the 7th. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.